Believe you have to say yes to the recording.
Okay, how about it?
Okay, so welcome back to the teachings of finding the spirit inside. My name is Diann Henry, here with my brother Steve Henry, and he is the guide along the journey. Hi, Steve, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Diane. But you know, we are changing the journey. Let me get right off the bat. Okay, now this Facebook page that I've been writing on. I probably can still write on it, but we're gonna have to do something different because I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit because you know the clock is ticking. Y'all don't know it, but it's gonna soon all change. So, but in order for me to speed this up, I'm gonna have to get out among the people, and I gotta have the support that we've been talking about. And that Cash App thing that I'm using Diane's Dream Facebook page as the hub. And this my Cash App is $, cash tag, $, dreams are life. $, dream are life. And if there's anything that you want to participate and you can't, you don't do that sort of stuff. Well, some people are old, I remember meeting them on the street. You know, comment her, but it would be sufficient because it's got to operate. I mean, it ain't gotta, but I'm gonna have to take it to the TV, and then it's gonna be over for anyone who is not attached.
So excuse me for a minute. Let me just say that in the description of the video, I am going to give the cash tag as well as any other opportunities or methods that can be used at this time.
Okay, I ain't trying to take nobody, ain't got nothing, but if you need to support it, I mean, you need to follow this Facebook page. It's not Facebook page, this YouTube thing, because the Facebook page ain't going nowhere no more. I wasn't taking no friends and all that stuff there because being connected to that ain't gonna be connected going up higher. You got to be a member of the YouTube page. You don't have to pay to be a member. But at the beginning, you know damn well it's got to be supported. I've been doing this thing for almost 7 years.
So are you saying that donations are appreciated?
Right, they've been offering them forever, but I ain't never been able to take them. It ain't that I had money, it's just that I can't. I'm at the other side of Elon Musk. I'm on the inside. And in order for me to do something, I got to take it to Lil Wayne level, which is way above a whole lot, all the people that ain't got nothing, because I'm on the inside. But they told you when somebody find it, I found that anytime you don't bring something out, you have the opportunity to pass by all of it. That's what the Bible tells you. You have to pass by the things. The temptation to take something to the world, it stops you from going to the other end. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Once Bill Gates brought out Microsoft, everything he sees inside of him is Microsoft stuff. You don't see none of this stuff you see. You can't come back here and do this. Elon Musk can't see none of the stuff that y'all see out there. You see the things inside of him. You don't learn the things inside of you. You do them. They're there. But once you stop, if he stopped at what was it, Z2 he made that first? If he would have stayed right there, that's where he'd be. But he passed on through, and it's still going through searching. They're searching for this spot. But this spot, that's why I say if I take it to the TV, I got to take it at a higher level of consciousness. And the people who are inside, the people who make the music and stuff, they'll see it. And they'll run it too high for y'all to enter in. You can't learn nothing here. These are giving you the sprinkle of things. That's what's got everything unfolded. The people don't know that they're being taught the religion. Your God in Christ is inside of you. You know, and all this 70s stuff, and Billy Graham and them, and Pat Robertson and them. That's the Russian scam. The Russians is teaching y'all that. They're teaching the education of the past. Can't nothing change. If you learn something from yesterday, it's gonna always be in yesterday. But if you don't learn none of that, but learn spiritual doctrines only. Spiritual doctrines are the things that's defined in the altar. The altar is the gospel truth of Christ, where you see 2 + 2 = 4 in the color blue. You can't see it until someone show you the color chart, whoever revealed it to the world. The Spirit of God is in your heart. You ain't gonna find no spiritual God in no building or nowhere. Out of no mountain or rock. It's in your heart. You ain't gonna find your own if your window's closed without getting back inside there. And you can't get back inside there without somebody taking you by the hand, leading you in there once your window. If you haven't been in there by the age of 16, ain't no way you can go in there. Anybody under 16 can go in. It's your dreams. The reason why that 16 is important, if let's say if I brought the alphabet and you was a generation behind me, you're supposed to wrote the vowels. And you didn't bring them because you wanted to be like Diana Ross. You went to church and wanted to be a singer. Now the Bible said here, so the next generation, they got to bring them. It ain't nothing you do out there in that world worth a damn in creation. Not a single person, not a single place, not a single fact. There's not, just like when it was conceived in the egg. One sperm don't make it in there, what you think? You think creation suffer? They got zillions right behind it, waiting to get in there. Ain't none of the rest of them worth a damn. And that one ain't no good until they get out in the world. When you see the people, they're taking you backwards. Look at the conservatives, they must do what's already here. That's what conservative mean, right? They conserve what's here, right? And the liberals are free to progress, right? And that's the definition of those 2 words. That's what they mean inside. So if you're conserving something, where can you go? Can you go forward, or you got to go back because you're conserving? Anytime you're living by the book or looking in the book, can you write the book from your own lifetime while living somebody else's writing of a book? Is that possible? But not all the things you see, the world was dark. All the things you see, somebody wrote. It's either got to be a doctrine, it's got to be a formula, it's got to be a recipe. That same thing gonna do that every time, and they ain't never gonna change. And they ain't gonna do it unless you got one of those. You know that, right? You ain't gonna stumble up on nothing. You ain't gonna look up on nothing. This is for every one of your characters. Well, this is for everyone because I have to do it in all the characters. Because it ain't mine, they inside. It's just like the numbers. Everything you see full of numbers. Every equation is in every number, every item. But you can't go in there looking for them. But when you come up, that's when it's identified. You don't remember them. You think you have to remember the numbers? I know what every single one of them are. I don't care when you see it. And I don't remember none because you have to pass by them. If you remember them, that means you can't go nowhere. You receive them in doctrine, that means you adopt the Spirit of the one who brought whatever it was, calculus or whatever. And the moment you see the calculus equation, it shows it to you. The Spirit shows you inside. I don't believe everybody don't know that, but I know my sons don't. My brother, most people don't. But the people who I don't know, when they're young, I can get them in anything. But the ones I know, you know, because I hadn't quite figured out how to get them to follow the truth. The truth is inside of you. The altar is inside of you. If you don't see it on that altar, you can't see it outside. So the altar of Jesus Christ, gospel, gospel truth. And the God is in the heart, and those 2 together, just like the alphabet and the vowels, when they fit together, that's what makes the Holy Ghost. It's the WHOLLY, do the whole system. Now all that stuff they're teaching you on that church, now that ain't nothing. Think about it, ain't nothing changed. They wrote those books back at the beginning of time, they say, right? If you learn them, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be down here back there. It can't change. If you learn the things that was at your first birthday, they're gonna be any good down here. If you learn all about Martin Luther King's life that ended in 1968, it's gonna be worth a damn down here in 2022. Can it ever move from back there? Yeah, okay, can anything from 2019 move down here to 2022? Can anything from yesterday move down here to today? So if you got anything from 5 minutes ago, how it's gonna change? It's impossible, right? So you're gonna go back and you're gonna get a God from another country, a make-believe God. They still worshiping the same God over there, and they're saying it ain't no good. But it's over here, it's good, right? The Palestinians over there worshiping the gospel, and the old Jews over there worshiping the Torah. But the new ones over there got them mixed together and say that's the new one, right? The Jews from the Bible, the same Jews that are Christ and all his apostles, they crucified every one of them, and nothing can change. All of them died at the hands of those Jews, right? Can't nothing change, but now the two religions are together. Don't that sound kind of tricky to you? It was. It wasn't quite that way when I was little. I seen it. They had them separate, but I seen them televangelists and TV preachers, old Billy Graham and them. That's the Russians. They trick y'all. Think about it. If it was good, would they constantly have to tell you it was good? When somebody constantly telling you something is good, does that mean it's good or it's not? For some reason I can't hear you. There's something I've done wrong. I used to hear you.
Usually it means it's not. I was quieting myself with my background.
Okay, right. Yeah, but even though we're talking our way over to the Cash App, I got to show these things. I don't want to, oh, you still hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, good, because we're not going to run this thing this way no more. This is the way that I can get. I've been trying to get someone to start something so I can get some income, so I can do so. I can't do nothing because once I started doing it, I got to stay in my spot, which is up there by Elon Musk. If I go out to the world, how am I gonna come back here? But I'm talking to that daughter thing. When you and I quit this thing, 9 months ago, 8 months ago or so, I went probably another 50 generations further on the Facebook page. But I'm gonna take this over there from here, just so I can just talk, where I can move it faster to catch up to it, because the time is running out. I got to kind of like why the people, all the things have been happening, but the people can't see them. How you gonna see them if they ain't thinking? If you're gonna be a doctor, you can't pray to be no damn doctor every night. You got to go out there and start the first step to something going to that doctor school. You got to go down that process. There's probably 12 changes in every spiritual doctrine. When you go down through that thing, then you'll be the doctor, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can't go down through there unless you pass it. You're gonna stop if you can't pass, right?
Right.
So when you go down through the 12 steps or whatever it is, you're gonna get the doctrine. Doctrine means you can see it inside. See, once you can see something inside in doctrine, an example, the alphabet. When you go through the 12 steps of the doctrine and use math anything, once you receive the doctrine, you can get every person on the planet. You do the ABCs, you do the vowels, you do the noun, then you can always see where they're at because you can see it, right? But if you can't do it, how are you gonna see it? You can't see it from in there. So you get people on the job trying to be the boss by what he see on the job. You can't do it that way. You got to go through it where you can see the whole thing. Then ain't nobody trick you. Because you can tell who's not doing their work when you know the whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. But how you gonna tell it when you don't know the whole thing?
Okay.
Okay, so I know it got to be difficult because I be with my sons all day long. We work over and over and over. I said, look, you and Frank and them. I'm saying, look, all you got to do is let me show you one time, and it ain't never gonna change. Shit, I do that for you and now. You think they ever do one time? It can't change. Once I show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can understand. I can kind of see you. You don't know, and the other people that but Philip and Eric, my sons, we just do it over and over and over, and they see me do it, and they scratch their head. I say, well, don't scratch your head. Quit showing me how to do it. Just look. I can't show you how. I can show you what's there. But if you don't follow it, what can I do? I'm still got to say the alphabet. You got to do the alphabet. You can tell me all the other stuff all you want, but if you don't do the alphabet, where you going? If you're gonna read and write, and I can't get you to do the alphabet, what I'm gonna do? Well, go ahead and just start with the vowels. You can't see the vowels. You got to see the alphabet first. One thing has to turn into the next. But anyway, okay, now what I'm doing? Okay. Oh, I can just take this over to the Facebook page anyway. I just want to know. I got to kind of like have you to see it, not that, because can't nothing have no gap in it. How's gonna have a gap? Ain't nothing got no gap in it. When the gap come in, it can't go nowhere. But really, like I say, but what I need to show is what y'all got going on out there, so you can kind of be aware of it. You don't see how all those preachers find out right now they lying. Anytime somebody, well, it looked right to them because they believed it, because people trained them that when they were children. That's the Russians' plot. All the places with religion, the people poor and hungry. You know that, right? You can't create when you worshiping. I don't know what the hell they worship. What are they worshiping?
Many different.
I just don't get it, because it's the same thing that I saw when I was little. It ain't changed not one bit. How you gonna gain if you ain't gaining? Where you going?
Backwards.
And they got the conservatives letting the preachers put the conservative in the thing. Which way they going with that? Look at the political conservatives. They can't see nothing but backwards. They're getting joy out of going backwards. Shit, you can't go backwards and go nowhere, right?
Right.
So they're taking now once the only way you can go forward, you think man can go forward? God, it's God shit. It's just like a tree, because they grow the fruit. You think you done it? It only can come forth if creation brought it, right? You think you can make the alphabet?
Your video is okay.
They have to fit into the plan from the beginning. All things has to fit in. It's a slot for everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's something, in order to go forward, it's because God opened up the window for it to go forward. You can't see it otherwise. How? Now, when you retract one of God's forward steps, where are you going?
Nowhere.
But when you learn the people to go back to God to the beginning of the world, ain't they condemning it? It don't make no sense, but they just lined up out there right now doing a saying that outside of themselves, judging other people, saying that people can't be gay and married. How can they not be gay? They shit, they gay. If you see gay people, where do you think they come from? Mars? Shit, I ain't never seen that crazy in my life. And there are people out there siding with the conservatives against the gay and the pregnant woman. That's that woman body. How you gonna be outside of yourself, you or anybody, doing somebody else out there? You got to say, fuck everybody outside. If you don't, where you going? You're gonna be out there with them. There ain't nothing out there. Shit, you think they're gonna be something out there. They got them all dressed up to see some great glorious in the heaven. All that shit inside you now. If you don't find it now, if you don't find the numbers is a spirit. You adopt the spirit because somebody already brought it to you. You practice from 1 to 300 about one time, and you see that little. After you see it working, you see that going into forever. But if you don't never start from that one, how you gonna get them? You can't see them. But once you see them inside, can't nobody ever take them away from you, because you adopt the spirit. You ain't never counted 88 billion and 14, and every one of us, I bet our life which one it is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the spirit of Christ that we receive the adoption in. That's the altar inside. But everyone who don't receive them, they can't see it. They're blind to it. But you know what? I done did all the Cash App thing I need to do anyway. Once I say it, no, the people they've been trying to send me cash things forever. I could use them. I done went slapped down to nothing. But I can't come out in the store. I have to go to the TV. And once I go to the TV, I need the people are spreading the word. That's what's changing the things. But I'm gonna get on this video Oh, another thing, you can't take the video. Oh, the damn mask. Let's get that out of the way. Now, you asked me about the mask, right? Now, but see, I'm only wearing the mask until I can afford to get out. I got to go out there with the people. I don't need to be identified by no damn news cameras and stuff like that, because I mean, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. My thing is giving the people something to have for themselves. You ain't gonna learn nothing. You ain't gonna go back in there, but passing out the word. The book told you somebody was gonna come and give you they stuff from the inside. But I see it. I'm showing it to you. I'm way down there the other damn end. But all you got to do is people been using it. That's why you see the things unfolding. You can't look for the thing to do. When you see something, that means the spirit inside you showed you, pass it out. What they do is put it in people comment boxes, or you see people ask questions on TV. All of them have comment boxes, and you know, they ask questions and they want you to send answers. And by putting it there, all the people in the comment boxes, they get to see it. And then you see the things start slowly going into the world like that. That's what's exposing the things. They've been here the whole time. Ain't nobody seen it. Wonder why. You just like to be a brain surgeon. It's all out there in the world. But if you sit there and pray for it, you think it's going to ever happen. But if you go to whatever you want and start from the beginning, you go to the other end. The only way you get to the other end, you got to have it, right? Can anybody stop you from doing any of that? Can't nobody stop you from doing nothing in this world. They can't. You stop yourself. It's say like a person who go to school and go through college, then go back and teach kindergarten all their life. Now, they did public service, but once the children go to the first grade, they're stuff ahead of their life, right? In a consciousness level, right? And they stay there the whole lifetime. Then they get old, and they're the ones who support the old preacher down there. You know what? The one thing I do know, I know they don't know no better. But how you gonna not know you don't know something? You know, if I didn't know how to swim, because what they got you, because they say they believe it. But they teach you that believing is true. Yeah, you're gonna believe you know the numbers, believe you know how to swim. But if I didn't know how to swim, the hell I look like teaching you? I wouldn't teach you no way. I can't show you what you know. That's where the trick at. I ain't anybody gonna think somebody else can show them what they know. I can show you what I see. Shit. You move over to that window, you see the same thing, but you ain't gonna see it out there where you at. You know? I don't see ain't nobody inside of you but you. And if you don't ever make no adjustments, what's gonna happen? And if you get inside there and go to the end of the creation, what you gonna have? It can't come out there in the world, can't nothing come out there. When something come out there, it cannot move. The words of God is in your heart. That's what it right in the book that they say they believe it. The altar of God is in your mind. That's the spirit of Christ. The gospel truth of Christ. That's where we all see 2 + 2 = 4 to stop the argument. But to the people who don't adopt the doctrine, they can't see it. You know, so they ain't gonna argue, or they can't see it. They just get out from around you. And where we at? Oh yeah. We need to do something about these. I just don't believe that. Here's what gets me. Since John F. Kennedy was shot, Mama cried like for 2 or 3 days. I don't know what the word. But anyway, I've been paying attention to the politics ever since then. It seemed plain as day to me. I ain't never missed a clip. I know exactly what every one of them do. I see where it changed, because can't nothing change if you don't change away from what you got, where you got to be. If you froze up there for real, or that's the way it goes? Am I froze too? Oh.
I said, what I see is that you were frozen.
Who?
Did you hear me?
I heard you, but I didn't understand. You had fumble in your mouth.
I said, but what I saw was you appeared to be frozen.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it froze up for a minute. But you know, I was under the illusion that we're live. You still got that in the thing. But don't let me. I would like for it to go about an hour because that's what I'm going to do. That's what most of the reason why I say that because you got to break what they used to. Anyone who can't do what's required, what that tells that person, they ain't gonna change this. But we got to go a long ways fast. And you know, I ain't gonna be. In other words, when it's still, that mean we ain't going nowhere. Oh, you look like you froze. I wondered if,
I'm not, I mean, I'm sitting still. I mean, I'm not,
okay.
I don't think I'm frozen.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'd say, well, dang, I'm trying to see where we're at. And we get, matter of fact, it seems like we're getting on over that. But I got to take it to about an hour because I'm trying to get rid of that ride. And that's about, because I talk about an hour, then it takes me 4 or 5 or 6, 7 hours to try to make it good enough to be halfway understandable. And when I go back over it, because in order for me to speak it, I have to be on the inside. But in order to edit it, I have to be on the outside. I don't like being on the outside. I ain't that good at it. You know, I've been inside all my life. I'm the king inside there. Everybody do on the inside. I don't believe everybody don't know that. But anyway, I'm going to show you how. I can't show you how you can do it. I can show you how to come into my window. Because if you pass 16 years old, your window is closed. It ain't never gonna open. You either got to take a seed from here and put it out there, not looking for it, and it opens up, or you got to just work in this until you can get inside. Because you can't do nothing with your own until you get all the way on the inside, because you can't make nothing different. If you're supposed to have brought the alphabet, that's the character you in, and somebody else brought it. So the only person inside of you is you. You cannot see, I don't care who you are. There's no way you can see what's inside of you being on the outside, because you got to go into your dreams. And once you stop, when you don't bring the gift, your dreams are going to close up, because that spirit move away from you into the next generation who bring them. And the only way, it's got to be in that character. You can't be in the medical character and then all of a sudden change over to be a carpenter or something. No, you got to be in that character. You just got to bring the newest thing in it from inside of you out. You can't make nothing. Ain't nobody in there but you. The only thing inside there is that's what for you. You don't bring your right part of the generation out, it just moves further down the road. Just like just like all the sperm, they be there. When that first one don't go in, there come another. It's got to be in the character. They be the character of what's needed out in the world. You know, so the spirit has to fit into one of the characters. If you put Michael Jordan's spirit in the 4-foot person, you really kind of, it ain't gonna be, ain't kind of how God do. You put that kind of spirit in somebody who can go all the way. You feel me? Okay. I ain't saying 4-foot people can't play ball, but he ain't gonna be Michael Jordan. Because Michael Jordan out there, this type out there on the court. So how you gonna get around that? Okay. See, this thing is like but in the anything, it's just like a baseball game. If you don't play baseball, but someone come get you and go sit in 3 or 4 games, you see the plays and you hear the calls. After that, you can listen on the radio and kind of go along with it, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know nothing about it at first, but once you got to being familiar with it, you seeing the things, it's kind of like it kind of grows on you. After a while, you out there, and just like the rest of them, watching it on TV. Because by practicing it, you adopted it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But a soccer, if you ain't never seen it, it don't mean nothing. So as you go a few times, and you get to recognize the thing, because all these things are inside of you. And anything you practice, it becomes clear to you. But if you don't practice it with that,
you can't get clear.
Okay, right. And then once you get clear, can't nobody change it but you. How long we been into this? I don't want to.
We're about 29 minutes.
Oh, we're doing fine. Okay, so we got all the information we need to get between me and you. Mm-hmm. With that thing, you're gonna handle it and put it on there. And and we got the mask thing straight. I need to buy me some tinted glasses and get to where because I'm trying to help the ones who ain't got nothing. So all that shit that they got, you got to help the people who out there blind in the church. You got to start no church. You can't change nothing out there. You got to take this opportunity to come back inside of yourselves. If you don't, what do you think you're gonna do from the graveyard? You ain't seen nobody else do it, but inside here, Whitney Houston. See, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
If you hear one beat of her music, she been in the grave how long?
It's been a while.
Elvis Presley, people you ever seen him? But everybody know exactly who he is because his window is inside. Everyone who has a window is inside. Ain't none of that Bible stuff in there, not a single bit. You know that, right? The book said it wasn't in there. Because he said they done away with that. Because they couldn't do it. It ain't never been that we know it started from the beginning. You can't get into the end from the beginning. You have to change away from one stage to go to the next. Change away from one stage to go to the next. And everything. You can't take the alphabet and go all the way to the reading and writing by itself. You got to change away from it into the vowels, change away from that into it's got to do like that. You know? They're all still there, but they be different names by the time they get down there. They turn into the reading and writing. Oh man. Did I tell the part about the Russians? I don't believe y'all don't know the Russians teaching y'all that. On that thing though, I showed plenty of illustration what they've been doing since back there. That's been the plan since the beginning. They're going to take it over that final shot. And guess what come up next? In the mighty name of Jesus. Boy, they got them everywhere. He got them fool people tricked. It would be funny if it wasn't so sad. Because when you go to the graveyard, it's over. It's slap over. I see Michael Jackson, them, they ain't over. They went into the cloud before they went in the graveyard. You have to go in there now. You can't. What you see them do after they've been there?
Nothing.
Or Elvis. But they're there. You can call them down from the cloud. The book say you call them down from the cloud. Ain't that's what it says? Okay. You see them calling them down from the cloud. Now, the cloud, what do you think the cloud is? What, all of the numbers and all the math equations, where are they right now? Resting.
Inside.
Yeah, they're inside of that same window. That's the gospel of Christ. Everything everything is the only way you go into the heart, you got to adopt somebody else's one until you can get inside yourself. Like you adopt the numbers, you adopted someone's spirit in the heart. Now they handle the numbers for you once you adopt. You don't keep it no more, just swimming or whatever, driving. Once you adopt the spirit, when you sit down, you ain't got to think no more. It takes care of all that. You got to remember none of that. Anyway. And well, shoot, you know what, Diann?
What's that?
We can wrap this. I see you sleeping. We can wrap it because I'm sleepy too. I didn't have a rough night. I just got up early and couldn't go back to sleep. Anyway, because I'm about to starve, but I sure hate to quit this. And the only thing I can do is go to the TV. If I go to the TV, I can't put it out. I mean, once you open up something from the inside, how are you gonna put it out?
I don't know.
It's like that you can't. It's impossible because it's got to fit in a slot. You just can't start nothing out there in the air. What? If that be the case, if you started this Facebook page just here, not Facebook, YouTube. Okay, now but I talked on it, so I can right now I got it leaned over into that Facebook in that thing. But all I had to do was tell it it's into that thing. But there I can move a lot faster, go where it is, and keep going. Give me some time to do something. I can't do nothing now because I got to watch it. You know, the devil, they see the devil is the people out in the world. Everybody outside their skin, the devil is angel. You don't know that?
Okay.
Yeah, because the only sin is to be outside of your skin. How you gonna get back in there? But he told you at the end, somebody was gonna come show you how to go back in there, and you got to be born back into the inside. You got to come back home where you come from, because the people out there, their eyes and their ears have lured them outside under the false perception that they're gonna find a God out there. It's inside of you. All the spirits are inside of you. You know, and then they're telling you it's inside of you at the church. They've been saying the same thing since I've been here 60-something years. And they've been telling it's in you. You ain't finally yet in you out there, right? They tell you Christ in your heart and God in your heart, right? And you're still out there. How in the hell you gonna find something in your heart out there? It's impossible, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't know it, I mean, because they teach them that as children, they believe. You don't see how. Look at how crazy the people is that they got. Marjorie Taylor Greene and all them kind of people. You know, the people ain't paying no attention. They think that they're fighting for God. They're fighting for the God of what's already here out there in the world. They're worshiping what's already created. If it's already created, you can't worship the creator like that. Creator means you creating things. Created means it's already done. There's a difference there, you know, right?
Yeah.
So if you're creating, can you be serving what's already done? Or ain't you got to pass through it to add on? Creating is an ongoing action, right?
Yeah.
And only the creator can do it. So when you go forward, did you do it or the creator done it?
Created it.
You can't, how you gonna do it? It's a big old system. It's one big old thing unfolding. So the creator you got to bring his things out, because they can't tag in no kind of way. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you because you've seen it. But you'd be surprised that people don't see it. You know, and I don't know why they don't see it. I just, you know, you cannot, in order for you to get the numbers, ain't no way in the hell you're gonna get them outside of you. Somebody got to get you one-on-one time for you to be inside of you. If they're at a board with 20 people, you got to be inside of you to follow them numbers. You can't do it out in the outside. And so my thing is, and the way I do it, I got to do it for all 144,000 characters. So I can't get one person and show them how to come inside. So what it's gonna do for the other 143,999. So, but the way to do it, well, if you leave the first step, who's gonna overstep the first step? Can anybody get in after the first step?
No.
Okay, so if it's 144,000 different characters of people, that's just main characters, and then it spans out from there. But you got to do at least 144,000 steps, or the same step. That's what's going on with that face. It's long shit. I'm probably getting close. But you know, a lot of they can't be defined because I be talking. And the thing is pretty damn good. But when I'm inside, I be talking wide open. I'm slow as I can be here now, and I'm pretty sure I warn you, slow me down, right? Because
well, I didn't hear you going. I didn't hear you going too fast, but I just want to ask you, you know, about how long did you want to be on today? Did you want to try to go the hour, or because we're at 38 minutes?
Well, I mean, I pretty well done got that thing over. Like
you didn't mention, you said something about the mask, but you didn't really say whether or not you're going to be still wearing the mask throughout the journey.
Oh, no. But I need to wear it until I can get me at least some dark glasses, because I'm gonna have to go out among the people. I don't want to go out among the people and run into a damn news. Oh yeah, thank you for mentioning that, because I had me a trigger word for it. If you do that, I'm gonna mention this. Now, as I told people over and over on this damn Facebook page, you cannot send your buddies to me. You cannot. If I wanted to go to the TV with the video, that's where I'd go. If you see something, you take it in yourself and show them because you know it's true. I showed it to you. Why would I show it to you to not be true? It's there's too long a journey on that Facebook page for it not to be true. You can't make up no damn content. That be the case, sit down and write a book. Shit, there are damn thousands of books in that Facebook page. It's telling a story. But the story only means something when you know what it's talking about. They don't mean nothing to the people outside of it. It's only the ones that follow it. They can't see it. Just like on that Facebook page, I tell my kin people, my children, you can't see that shit. I can show you anything in 5 minutes. They get on the damn thing trying to learn it. You know, and I ain't never seen nothing like it. I said, how you gonna learn? It's not, we all different. Okay, now you way up here and I got the story. It's way ahead in consciousness, but it got to go way back behind you and come back from the beginning because everything got to, in order to complete something, it's got to go from the beginning to the end, right? Okay, now, out of the 144,000, each one of them characters stepped from the beginning all the way up beyond it to the end. Okay, now, I got to do them from back there. I tell you what, let's cut it. Can you cut it? Can I say bye?
Yes, we are at a good space. Yes, of course. No scripture today. So the next time, so you're saying the next time they see you,
ain't no scripture. That with you.
Next time they see you, it'll just be you, right?
Yeah.
Or you with someone else, not me.
I hell it from him. I appreciate it. I just need the Cash App thing.
All right. Okay.
The way to get to help. I need some support. What you call it? Support.
All right. Well, great. Thank you. All right. So we'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye. All right. Peace.
Mm-hmm.